another Weebaholic podcast. Let's get it. Let's go. Today, I have a very special guest, a brother, one of the homies, Leon GT. Leon, can you please introduce yourself to the people, bro?
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Leon GT here. A lot of y'all know me as Leo Vinsmoke, formerly an anime content creator, just overall multimedia artist, aspiring storyteller, and aspiring griot. Yeah, that's me.
Okay, bet. Where can they find you at if they want to, whatever? If you
Yes, sir. So first and foremost, you can see some of my work on the Urban Sama page. And then there's some stuff in the works with my guy Gensho here. So you can see some of my stuff there. And then if you want to see like my own personal projects that I'll have in the future, my page on Instagram is LeonGT, LeonNEGT. Yeah.
Okay, bet. I'll have all in the description. Rashed, where can we find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at RNC Dark or on Twitch on RNC Dark. Same way. And sooner or later, there's no videos up. I just created a whole new account, so you can find me on YouTube at RNC Dark TV _TV.
And what days do you stream?
I streams on Mondays and Fridays at 5.
Okay, bet.
Eastern.
Bet. You guys go like, comment, subscribe, turn noties on for any Anime Game Show podcast content or non-podcast content, because I will have a One Piece chapter review coming out soon, of course, and other chapter reviews. And you can find us anywhere Anime Game Show. Let's get it started. Today we have one of my favorite series, Rashid's favorite series. I'm assuming Leo has it somewhere. One of his something series, Attack on Titan, a series that has taken its audience by the throats with twists and turns. We're gonna be tearing today. My favorite thing to do. So before we even get started, Leo, I think you probably know how tearing works, but basically we're gonna do it, off of character impact, what they bring to the story, and also a little bit of your personal feelings about them, how much you like them. It's gonna go from S to D. And since it's 3 of us, we have a democracy. If somebody says, if 2 people say A and 1 B, ends up at A.
Makes sense to me.
Sounds good. So I'm gonna share my screen with you and we're gonna get it popping.
Word.
Or this is the editing part where you edit the transitional part, but we'll get that out. All right. Let's go up. So as you see, S to D. So Leo, as the guest, you can choose the first character.
How about let's see here. Let's start with Reiner.
Where you at, Reiner? I'm blind. You see Reiner?
I believe Reiner.
No. Right there. Okay, yeah. How you feeling about Reiner, man?
I think he's definitely has to be S tier.
Right.
Yeah, just how far you all are. Is this anime only discussion?
We're anime only, but I mean, by the time this comes out, I'm thinking the series will be over. So I don't mind and manga stuff. Rashed, do you mind?
Yeah, I don't mind. It's all good.
Okay, so for me, if I can give him a comparison, like the role he plays, he's kind of like Obito. He's like that person who's closely related to the main character and has a close hand in a lot of the things that affect the main character. And the whole story, you're kind of like, what is happening with this character? And you don't like him very much. But then once you realize why he's driven to do what he's doing, it's just like Obito. And that's why I would give him S tier, because Obito is a great character because he mirrors Naruto in many ways. And I think Reiner mirrors Eren in many ways.
Okay. I was gonna say S too, because like when I got to season 4 and just seeing how much how him and Eren's their childhood, how things are building up is damn near identical. I think I mean Attack on Titan is a series that I don't really necessarily think there's any quote unquote villain. I think there are antagonists to what people are trying to do and stuff like that. Yes. But you can understand where everybody's coming from, I think, in Attack on Titan to some extent. I think Reiner is and also Reiner was providing that support for Eren in season 1. He was even though he was infiltrating, he definitely still cared about Eren because he saw himself in Eren. So as for me too.
Yeah.
What about you, Rashed?
I agree. I would also say as there's not much I could let you guys already did. I do want to say that yes, it does depend. Like, there's no real like I don't believe there's like a real antagonist because you can understand where everyone comes from. It, but really, if you want to say who's an antagonist, is really what you see more as righteous or justified in your own case. Truthfully.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. All
I
right.
can see that.
Rashed, what you got the next pick? Who you got, bro?
The Ackerman. I forgot his name.
Levi?
No, not Levi.
Kenny.
Yes, Kenny.
Kenny,
Yeah,
okay.
Kenny.
Okay.
I almost forgot about him. Personally, I kind of like him.
Okay.
Not like too much, and I don't think like he does have an effect on the story like here and there. I think with the one I forgot her name, but in the flashback for like the royal family or whatnot, seeing how that turned down or what's going on. I know he's important in that aspect. But overall, I like him as a character. He's pretty badass. He's sweet. There was a whole thing about him raising Levi as well, which was also interesting in my case. But for the little time we actually got to know him, he did have some. He wasn't like a major role, but he was like a important soldier, like who knew like the secrets or something like that.
Okay.
But
So
I would generally just put him B. Just I mean, he does have some importance, but not like a crazy amount or anything like that. He just knows like certain secrets, or he just had to do like the dirty work.
Okay. All right. Leo, what you feeling about Kenny?
I actually agree. I do believe he doesn't he have like a scene where he fights Levi?
Yeah.
That to me was just really cool. That's like my main memory of Kenny. Just seeing him go up against Levi and kind of being the person that made Levi the savage he is. So yeah, I think B's good. I think B's good because like you said, there's not a lot of story importance outside of that.
He reminds me of like a Western shoot 'em up. Like I don't know if you've ever seen Gunsmoke, like maybe Gunsmoke or like a back
Clint
in the
Eastwood.
Yeah, or like I used to watch Me TV with my aunt, or like something from Rifleman, something like that. Like he reminds me of like a Western type of killer type vibe. So yeah, I think he's pretty cool, and you understand why Levi is so like badass and cutthroat.
Yeah.
So I'm cool. I'm cool. I probably was gonna say C, but I'm cool with B either way. Like, it's not that big. All right, I'm gonna go with Mikasa. I guess I got a big gun. I'm gonna be honest, might be controversial. I'm gonna go A. I think she's Eren's support. I know a lot of people probably had S. I think she's Eren's main support. Of course, I'll never forget the table scene. That was badass. Her fighting ability is crazy. I feel like, and maybe by the end of the anime, or if I go with the manga and finish it, I'll change. But I feel like she doesn't have any real, like, she's kind of not sold herself, but like Eren helped defending her, like when they were children, really made her give her allegiance to Eren, that she doesn't even have any real like motivation for herself besides Eren, like an Erenist, or what is it? What do they call it? Eren Yeager or something like that? Jaegerist. Like that's what she
just like the loyalist.
Yeah, she is. She's one. Like she will dead ass put the mission, like Eren above the mission. And maybe that I think that's a good thing to show how much like she is loyal to him. But also even remember the table scene where Eren basically called her a slave. She was like, and like Armin was about to go punch him. She put Armin in the fucking chokehold. So like, I'm gonna say A. I think that is a character flaw. I think it's a good one and it's understandable, but I feel like she has no real drive for herself. So I'm gonna say A.
Word. Knowing what I know now, I would have to give her S, just because I feel like just the way things played out, I feel like just those moments I would give it an S, but I can totally see why where you are right now, it's an A. So I would push S, but if you both say A, I'm cool with that as well.
All right, Rashed, you the tiebreaker. Okay. What you feeling?
I mean, I was also going to say A because I also agree with certain points. There has been times where she has just put Eren above the mission. A lot of times, actually, even before like this final season.
Maybe when it finishes, we'll be like, oh yes,
yeah, because from what he's saying, I'm pretty sure she does something unexpected or something during these last. Like I don't know how much longer the anime has, but like
I think March 22nd, it's like a month.
Yeah, so from his perspective, I feel like she might do something like out of
breaking her character.
Yeah, out of character.
But you're saying A right now.
Yeah, A for now. Then.
Okay, bad.
I'd be interested to see. I'd be interested to see what you two like think about how things played out. In the like once everything happens, like what you guys think. Yeah, I would like to know that.
We got to revisit for sure. But Leo,
definitely
your go, brother.
Let's see here. The blonde I forgot her name. She's a Titan. She fought Eren. She like put the paws on Eren.
Yeah, Annie.
Annie. Man. What's her name?
Annie.
Yeah, Annie. Yeah, where y'all what y'all got for her? What y'all got for her?
I'm gonna be honest. I would go like, am I cutting out? So I know I sound a little.
No, you're good.
Okay.
I can hear you.
I guess I'm not. And I would probably go C, because I had Kenny.
Okay.
I think she's a major. I'm gonna be honest. The little plot twist, I saw it coming. I don't know how people didn't realize that it was her same fighting style, same hair. Like you really just had to kind of pay attention to see that she was a Titan. So that plot twist for me wasn't even that big of a deal. I kind of already saw it coming. But her backstory, when you find out how much of a, she reminds me of how much of a prick Gabby is, like with her backstory and shit. But as far as right now, besides like that dope fight and like kind of exposed, her events led up to Reiner and Burr, whatever that dude name is, getting exposed. Yeah, but whatever his name is,
Burholt or whatever.
Yeah, like she was the chain of reaction, but like her herself, I'll go see.
What about like okay, so you just kind of like, I don't know about character development because I don't know if she has much of a drive because she's not really highlighted. But as far as impact on the story, I feel like that's huge. Because like you said, that moment with Berthold, or I can't Berthold, something along those lines, and Reiner, like that moment doesn't hit the way it does if she's not there and gets that going.
That's true.
So I feel like
she's a chain reaction.
Yeah, like if I could think of anything, it's like Peter Pettigrew. Like he doesn't seem important, but like he's the dude who brings back Lord Voldemort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's also the guy who like when they were like trapped in the cellar, like let them out. So I think like that itself, I would say B.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that, bro.
I would also say B because I in my general aspect, she was a game changer. They like, if you think about it, like the whole time and the giant tree, like the area with the giant trees or whatnot, like they had to switch up their game plan multiple times because the female Titan was put in into a lot of the scouts like plans or whatnot. So they had to change up, they had to switch up, and they had to deal with her. So she right then and there proves that she's a threat.
Facts.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay. I'm cool with that. All right, Rashed, here you go.
Let's talk about Berthold. I mean, truthfully, me personally, I didn't know how I feel about him, but he felt very like guilty of like all his actions that he was doing during the story. Especially once we really figured out who's the Colossal Titan or whatnot. He's like, you really see a lot more of him and how guilty and how Reiner had to push him to make him feel like everything they're doing is justified. Like, just I like that aspect of him. Truthfully, I thought it was weird, but truthfully it's a good aspect because a lot of them who come from Marley doesn't have that. They don't see anything wrong with what they're doing to the people in Paradise.
Yeah, right. They only see it as like they're devils and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, so it was a change of pace for me. Like that was the first start of like change of pace, or like somewhat coming to of an understanding of enemies, which is nice, in my term. But other than that, I don't think he has anything going for him. I may be wrong, but other than that, I don't think anything goes for him. I don't really like him outside of that, truthfully. So
Okay.
I was gonna say C. Yeah.
Okay. Leo, what do you think?
Kind of going off of what you're saying, piggybacking off of that.
Yeah.
I feel like he adds a huge deal of like humanity to the war. And kind of like we were saying earlier, where like, you know, who's really the villain?
Yeah.
And of course, obviously, like, you know, Eren's the protagonist, and then at certain points, you know, he is someone who is his own antagonist because there's inner conflict that he has. But I feel like Bertolt, he like really humanizes the war because he feels bad for what he's doing. And
There's
I feel like
also
that's like
a lot of fake. He also, my bad to cut you off, Leo, but one thing I want to say in my head, like he also is like the product of like seeing both sides now. Like that's a totally different thing now since you can see both sides of like the coin. Because he spent I don't know how many years, 5 years, was it 5 years in Paradise Island? 5 years?
I don't know how long, but he was there for a while.
Yeah,
Like
just
they were all
chopping,
there infiltrating.
just chopping it up, seeing like, look, these people aren't that bad. We're spreading fake, false propaganda like about people on this island. Like they think we're the same way. So it's like it's having that internal battle, you know, who's right, wrong. I think that was the first character, like Rashed said, that we saw like do that.
I would personally give him a B because just because how important that is. Because like you know, just as a normal person, put yourself in a war.
Yeah.
And like you are like on guard somewhere and there's a kid coming up to you, you don't know what's on them. Like you're gonna feel like him because like here's this kid, he could have a bomb on him,
Right?
you know what I mean? But like
But if
obviously
like what if he doesn't?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the thing. I think that just like that is huge. But
okay, I'm gonna say B2. I'm gonna say B2. Leo sway me. I don't think him himself as a character maybe not be the most like whatever, but what he representing for like a war time and stuff like that, I think is pretty dope. So
I feel
I'll say B2. I think
I'm good with that. That's totally fine because he still did have some importance to like the whole techno and whatnot. I kind of forgot to mention, but yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go with another big gun, man. I'm going Levi. S. I mean, there's not really much to say for real. We all gonna say S. I'm assuming. But leader of the scouts. Badass. He puts it all on the line. He literally puts the mission. He's a definition of putting the mission first and staying focused. Everything he does. I think to have such a dark backstory and I like the type of leadership he does. He never is telling them what is right. He never acts like he knows everything, but he's telling you, do what you think is right, and we will go live by the action, and we have to react to what we think is right in the moment.
Word.
Like I think that's the best form of leadership, putting the trust into your people and letting them decide, then we deal with it later, especially in this type of time where it maybe if somebody thinks you're too authoritarian, they might try to kill you, Levi. Like, not that they could, but I'm just saying, like, you don't want to be a dickhead leader when it's already in crunch time. So for me, I'm gonna go S.
Man, I'm going D, bro. I'm just kidding. Y'all laugh like dog cool playing, bro.
Oh my, we gotta get a little laugh, man.
Yeah, this is cool with me. That's just cool with me, bro.
Yeah, that's fun with me. Yeah, I was best.
I don't really think really need a conversation like about what's going on, bro. I really don't. If y'all want to say anything, that's cool, but we can move on.
Nah, to me, I think he's like a good leader, kind of like what you were saying, especially for like their group, because they're kind of like a black operations group.
Yeah.
And he's like the perfect kind of leader. Like he's not jaded. Like you said, he lets people do what they like, make the calls sometimes. And he's like, all right, if that's what we're going to do, that's what we're going to do. But
right. But also he's like, if you turn to a Titan, if you turn to a Titan, you can't control yourself, I'm going to kill you.
Black Ops.
I never forget like the last 2 episodes, all 40 of his commanders, 40 of his like soldiers or whatever, the scouts turned into Titans. He killed them all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man.
I feel like he does what needs to be. Like the leader is not. a lot of times leaders don't do the dirty work. He's doing the fucking dirty work.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's a fact.
All right, Leo, we back to you, brother.
Let's see here. Let's see. Let's go with the I'm like very familiar with like the main plot of the story, but then like outside of like the main characters, like I'd be like, what's her name? The lady who with the glasses who is the scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you thinking?
For her, I mean, for me, like I don't know. I think like I can easily see her be like a C, just because like she doesn't seem very important. But for me personally, like she was always pleasant when she was on screen. Like I never was mad that she was on screen, and like she kind of like counterbalances how serious the story is.
Yeah,
because she's so absurd.
Yeah, it's like a meme moment. I think I forgot the name of the author. You should something like that. I forgot his name. But I think he uses her for memes. But I do think she's really important. She takes over when Erwin dies. That was dope.
That's
facts. She's funny. She's cool. I would get her like B.
Same.
Like B. What about you, Sheep?
Yeah, I'm fine with B. As you guys mentioned, yeah, she's not always on the screen, and when she does, it's most of the time because most of the things they learned about the Titans without her, then they wouldn't have learned that truthfully because she was the main one who delved deep.
I honestly feel like they did learn some stuff, but more like them going in battle. Yeah, that's what I think. Like them, like fucking around with Eren, kind of. I mean, Eren kind of taught them.
That's like that, more. Yeah.
And then she has some things, but you know.
Yeah, I was about to say the only time I really like, I think I've like seen her serious is like currently, like where she's confused and lost on what to do because she has to take up the role of her.
Right. Yeah.
So I kind of like that aspect of growth.
Yeah, cool. She cool.
Yeah.
All right, Rishi, what about you?
So the Titan that ate Eren's mom. I guess we can just.
Isn't Diane her name? Diane or whatever? Is her name Diane?
I think so.
Her name's Diane. Yeah.
All
right, what you think?
I mean, what I think it was an interesting point to learn, like the whole, because that's how we kind of learned, like the importance of the Titan and whatnot. Because the only importance other than that, starting like Eren's whole, I'm going to kill all Titans stuff, like the whole protagonist line that I'm gonna do this or whatever. Other than that importance of causing his motivation and drive, outside of that, we also through the backstory of her, or like just backstory of Grisha, I believe, that we learned that Titans don't just pop up out of nowhere. That's like when it was like confirmed, I believe. I probably getting it mixed match or whatever, but I believe that's the time where it was like confirmed.
I respect that.
Other than that, I don't think there was no other importance of her interaction, of her creation. I think was like, what was her like Grisha's relationship? That was like his friend or something?
That was his first wife.
His first. Okay, so that's Zeke's mother.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember reading about that. Yes, bro. Where would you put her?
I was gonna say C, but if it's Zeke's mother, then I'm not. I'm up to a little bit higher, maybe.
Okay, Leah, what you think?
Let's see here. What do I think? I think B is fine with me because, well, actually, we have a lot of B's though. I feel like if we're gonna put her in B, someone from B should go up. What do you think?
That's true.
Because could Bertold become an A if we put her in B? Because is Bertold not as important as, like, is Bertold less important or more just as important as the mother character of Zeke?
I think Zeke's wife or Zeke's mother is more important. Cause like she pushed him. Okay. She got put her and Grisha, whatever, pushed that ideology down Zeke's throat to make him rebel.
Okay.
Yeah. So a push.
Okay. So would you make her an A?
I'm gonna say A.
Okay.
gonna say A.
What do you think, Rashed?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I got nothing to downplay that, but or like to argue against that because that's a great point and a good point that
Because like she's a put her and Grisha are the pushing point for
for
Zeke to
Zeke.
fucking be crazy.
Hmm.
Not even
So
crazy.
yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty much my same argument I made for Bertot to be a V. So I mean, seeing how important Zeke is,
Yeah.
like, you know, I'm not gonna jump to Zeke yet, but like given how important Zeke is, then she maybe deserves an A. Yeah, I'll go A. Yeah, you got me swayed.
Yeah, I'm
That's
cool
right.
with that.
Okay. Okay. Look at us. Democracy. Nigga. Who's going with it? It's my go. It's my go.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna go my man Connie. Or whatever.
Okay.
Connie a cool character. We don't get a lot of, expo about him. I don't think it's flashlight, but I think in every scene, I like how in season 4 he's been questioning Eren, questioning like why y'all like he's asking the questions that us the audience might be asking, but they're not asking. I like his grit. He got that like southern grit or whatever. I like his relationship with Sasha. R.I.P. That was cute.
Oh
Whatever.
man,
that was tough. But other than that, I feel like we have so many B's.
yeah,
But
I
like,
agree.
he's C. He gotta go. He gotta go C. Just off the way this list is going.
I'm cool with that.
I'm
Because
cool.
is he as important as Bertolt?
No.
No,
I
don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think he plays a huge major factor into like the overall story. I mean,
he's a cool character.
Yeah,
like he's cool as far as like the scouts in their generation, like, kind of like the Conan 11 from Naruto. Like he would probably be like that Choji type shit. Like, he a cool character.
He's like Mike Miller.
Yeah.
He's a great C.
Yeah, he's a great C. Yeah, like, So yeah,
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with C.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, let's go. We had so many B's, man. We had to. Your turn, Leo.
Let's do Sasha, dog.
Man,
You brought it up, man.
That's my girl. That was my crush of the show. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. That was my.
What do you think? What do you think? What do y'all think? I want to hear what y'all think.
I think she was a cool character. I like the aspect of her dad relationship, as far as like when she was like, why should we care about the life? Because they were very very country, like
yeah,
very country, not like normal country. Like they were country, like they were eating like live hogs and shit type vibe.
Ham hocks and
they were going crazy. It's about to pain me again. Overall to the story, I might have to go D. I like her. She's really cool. She's a waifu. I love her gag with the potato shit. Yeah. It's great. But she wasn't even that great of a scout. I don't remember her taking that many W's, to be honest.
Okay.
And she doesn't even matter. Like, her death was like sad. I was shocked. But that's more like fuck Gabby, to be honest. Gabby, we'll get to you one day, but fuck you.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go D. I think at least Connie had some interesting things about him with his mother being like, I think Connie had more potential. Sasha was just like, her family structure was cool. She wasn't really that pressed to be a scout. Like, she was super, like, she was a normal person.
Yeah, real laid back too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go D.
Okay, word. So what about like, because I feel like she's kind of like she represents like the good in people, because like I feel like she just never did wrong. She's like all these good values. She just wanted to be a good person. That's kind of what I got from her.
Right.
And
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I just, as you said that, I just remembered that there wasn't a time in the story they kind of rehashed it during this final season that she saved a child barehanded, like with an axe in hand against a Titan.
Man, that's cold, P.
Yeah.
see, for me, at least give her a C, just because like when that moment happens with Gabby, like she highlights the complexity of the moment. I mean, I don't want to give my take on Gabby until we get to her, but like, yeah, like that moment is so important. Like, she's like a scapegoat, for the story. Like she's like when if she dies, like what hope do we have left, kind of thing. Like, I mean, she's not that important, but like she's just that good person who's in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Like they can kill Sasha, like what why couldn't they kill us? Type vibe.
Yeah, man. Like she just was a good person, man. I'll give her a C just on like how good of a person she is. And you know, I'm a sucker for Southern values.
Feel it. What about you, She?
Oh yeah.
Most
Definitely.
I'm cool with that.
Sasha. I just
That's my waifu of the show. There's not a lot, but that's the waifu, man. Rashed, you sure go now, brother.
Well, I've been looking at her for a while, but I want to talk about Ymir, not like the founder or anything, but the Jaw Titan.
Yeah.
Before they got it back or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So, truthfully, I don't remember much of the impact she had, because I know that the only reason why she even was able to become a Titan shifter was because she was one around, and that she was the one that ate I forgot his name, but the current Jaw Holder's older brother, when because she was like sleep on the ground or something, and they camped on top of her, so she ate him. That's the only reason why she got that. So that's pure luck or whatnot. That kind of not even really misshaped their plans, but actually kind of did offset Reiner and them's plan, because I think Reiner took the whole like charge of it, because after the older brother died, I think they were actually trying to leave, say the mission failed. Especially Annie was very against that, if I remember correctly. But Reiner took a hold and said, "No, I can do this," or some shit. But overall, I really don't remember much about her other than she also was a very, very big support factor for Historia.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know what else she did.
I thought. So would you?
Before you could start talking, I'll say D.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought her arc was cool because I mean I binged it, so like I can remember a little more. But I thought her relationship with Historia was cool. I thought she was like impactful because it's like if it wasn't for her, they would have got away with Eren. I don't know if you remember that in the woods, because basically she like went back. And they would have got away with Eren and took Eren a long time ago if she didn't like at least distract them to save Historia.
Oh yeah.
I would have said C, but I'm cool with D. Leo, what about you?
Oh yeah, D is cool with me. Like, yeah.
Okay, bet. It's my go. I'm gonna go with Erwin. Where you at, Erwin? Where you at? Right there. Man, Erwin's that guy when it comes to his backstory with his father being executed because they didn't want to get the information out, to his leadership, to like so much his sacrifice.
Yeah.
I think Erwin is a fucking great leader too, just like Levi. I don't really think there's much more to say about him. I think he's a really good character. I would say A.
That's actually where I had him too. So yeah, I agree.
What about you?
Okay. I mean, truthfully, I absolutely, yeah. As a leader, he's absolutely amazing, because especially with the whole scene with them sacrificing their lives to fight the Beast Titan, and then his final decision to give Armin the Colossal Titan at the end. So I mean, I think he's a great character. Truthfully, in my opinion, I would have said S, mainly because off of how I feel about him overall, with some of the impacts he does have within the story. He doesn't. I don't know overall what he had, but he had a lot of impact on like most of the characters that had an overall impact on the story.
I'll just say again, it comes down to like for me why the A to S is because like his drive was avenging his father's death, and that is a great drive. But it's like sometimes I felt like he let that oversee, especially in the last mission, where I feel like he was very like big on getting down to the basement, that he oversaw like the big picture just a little bit, and he did like he also had to sacrifice hella lives, which that's not a knock on him. I'm just saying, but I would go A for me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down with A, but like, yeah,
All right.
that's just how I personally felt about him.
Okay.
Okay, real quick. So, like, do you think he's as important as Reiner and Levi?
I don't think he is an important, but he had a great impact on Levi.
Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of the main reason I kind of said to having an S. Mainly because he did have an impact on some of these characters that we look at in a great view.
And he did also like influence Armin to like get better too, because Armin was like, "Look, I ate him. I have to be like, this guy."
Okay.
Like,
so he's like a great Uncle Ben, but like,
yeah.
But is Uncle Ben as I guess like, would you say he's like as important to the story as Uncle Ben was to Spider-Man? Because I feel like S means like you're like Levi. Like Levi is that important. My guy Reiner is that important.
That's true.
He might be like A push like upper A. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, would he be like lower S? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get exactly what you mean.
That man Reiner, he ain't 100. He like a 96 on the test. All right, man. It's your go, Leo.
Yo, what's the old dude's name? The general bald man. Yeah, the one look like me.
Yeah, it's Pixis.
Yeah, Pixis, bro. I like him, bro. I generally like. I don't think he's like an A. I'll give him a B. But like, I just always enjoyed him in his speeches and the fact that he like trusted them to leave in the beginning. Like, yeah, he just was always like solid all around.
He kind of reminds me of like Rayleigh, from One Piece. And like,
yes, sir.
It
Exactly.
feels like he knows so much, but he like kind of trying to let the youth generation figure it out.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And he's always like, even when like the Eren, like the Eren, what is it? Jaegers took over. He still was he was like, look, just let him take over. Look, he understands situation and time. He's he's been there. He's that old coach that been coaching for 7 years and has seen everything.
Yeah, man. He's like Coach Popovich.
Yeah, he done seen everything. Like
without the crazy comments.
But. Yeah, and I feel like his dialogue is like really dope. Like I would love to have him as like an uncle or like a grandpa type, something like that.
I'll rock with that. I give him a B. What about y'all?
I go B. He's not A important to me.
Yeah, I was about to say I'll go B as well.
Facts.
You'll go Sheet.
I mean, we was kind of talking about it, but I want to talk about
Armin. All right.
Word.
I like Armin. Armin, like in a general aspect, he's the brains of the work. Like most of the work.
He's the brains of the big three.
Yeah.
Truthfully and honestly, he's got logically. That's why he's. I can't speak.
Are you calling Armin Hermione?
Who?
Hermione from Harry Potter. Like he's like the brains behind all the operations.
Yeah. Because if you think about it, he's also the one who came up with the plan with Eren getting the rock and
he also found out that Titans were hiding in the wall.
Yeah.
He also like has come up with many schemes. I honestly feel like Armin was in a situation where maybe he got looped into being a scout, where he did. But then again, I can't say that because he wants to explore the world.
Yeah.
Like he gives me like a Luffy vibe in the sense of he wants to explore and stuff like that, but not maybe the same as like, I feel like he wants freedom, but not like main character S type of freedom or whatever. But I honestly think he has his own drive of exploring the world, gaining knowledge, seeking knowledge, exploring the sea. I think he has his own motivation.
Yeah.
I'm going S.
Same. Yeah, I feel like he's a classic deuteragonist, like the third character who sometimes is on the side of the main character, but then other times is a legitimate antagonist because they want something that is contrary to the main character. Yeah. And I think just being that important, you got to go S.
That's true. I mean, this is kind of random, but I also saw some people theorize about like his colossal form or whatnot. And the reason why he doesn't have ears like Bertolf, because apparently he doesn't want to hear like the screams and pains of the people he's killing. I kind of just want to say that, but if that is somewhat true, then
he is the most human.
Yeah, I was about to say he also has that aspect of humanity that we also mentioned about Bertolf.
Yeah,
I feel that.
I would agree too. I think it's my go. I'm gonna go with. Okay, now we're getting to the point where I saw a lot of people I don't even recognize for real.
No cap.
I'm gonna go with. He was the dude that like when Eren's mom got eaten, he like took them, like put them into the forgot his name.
Word.
I think he was mad cool. Seeing him die, that was like, I was like, oh, damn, like that hurt.
Wait, when did he die?
Remember when Eren's mom, when Zeke's mom ate him?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That was like,
I forgot.
damn. That was like, damn. That was fucked up. But other than that,
Zeke's mom made a lot of people.
yeah,
I'm giving this man a fat C, bro. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, I like how like the like it was nothing really else for me to say.
Yeah, he's a fat C, bro.
Yeah. All right. Your go, Leo.
Let's go. That Diamond Titan, the lady that Eren put the paws on, bro. Yo, that moment was the Hammer Titan, right?
Is that the? I thought the Hammer Titan had black hair.
Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, that's the let me see. Let me just make sure I have the right person.
Okay.
Because I am manga only, so I actually don't know what color her hair is.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Do you all know who I'm talking about? Is that the blonde lady, right? Because like I'm looking at her face, she seems familiar.
The Hammer Titan.
She. So the Warhammer Titan, like shifter, black hair. Where's a maid dress looking thing?
I'm trying to think. Man, hold on. I'm gonna look this up right now, real quick. I'm gonna look it up right now. Cause the whoever like Eren put the paws on, like that was really fun. Like that was a fun fight scene. And yo, is that I'm just trying to find this real quick. One moment. The 9 Titans, perfect. I'm on Wiki, by the way. Yeah, man. Yeah, Warhammer. Okay, Warhammer. Okay. I'm just gonna look at that real quick and see the line of succession real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Laura Tiber. Yeah. Is she on here?
I don't think
she does have black hair.
She got black. I don't think she's on here.
It doesn't look like, because I was about to say certain characters from this current season is not up here that I saw.
Yeah, like I didn't. Okay. That's on me because I don't see Zeke too. I was looking. I will talk about him, but
yeah, I was about to say we can still talk about the characters.
Yeah.
We just
can't tier them or whatever.
Yeah, we can't just we can say the tier, but we won't be able to like visually show it or whatever or whatnot.
You got anybody else you interested in talking about, bro?
I mean, honestly, I want to talk about Zeke, and I also want to talk about the blonde lady who's like the original Titan. Like, I want to talk about like the big heavy hitters now and Eren. Oh, like, I'm ready for that. Okay, I feel like we've like exhausted all because like all these people on here, I'm like, yo, who are they?
Yeah, I was about to say, I know one of them's like Levi's fiance, but other than that, one's Gene's up here, younger Gene.
Yeah.
I think Marco. Yeah, Marco's up here.
R.I.P. Marco.
Yep.
We'll get to that. Let's talk about matters. Okay. Let's talk Eren. I want to do Eren first because he's visually up here. There we go. So, Eren, give me your full synopsis, man. We know it's S tier, but what's your synopsis of Eren, Leo? You're the man with culture here.
All right. I mean, I think we're all cultured people, but what I would say is Eren is. Oh man, I don't want to say too much because you two haven't gotten to the ending, but like just with the characters, what I will say, the stock, the cloth that he is cut from, the other characters in storytelling history that he is compared to through his character arc are all S+, S tier. Mm-hmm. So just the storyline that he goes through, the things that drive him, the people that drive him, he is an amazing character. Yeah, like, are you all at the point where like you figure out like the timeline for him?
Yes. Now the rumbling just happened.
Yeah, the rumbling just happened. Like at the start of it.
Okay, word. Like you guys see that he set up his whole life ahead of time. He Eisened
Yeah.
himself.
Yes.
Like the what? Yo, dude, what?
That'd be confused. I like when they do time travel stuff, but it'd be confusing because I'm like, did he really mean to set this up in the beginning? Now I'm like, so when did he decide to set this up? When did he know? Like, it's just crazy how many like.
Yeah, man. And then you know what's crazy?
Time travel.
There's some things like we gotta revisit this conversation. Like maybe like make a side video about his character after you guys get to the end, so that we can talk about the full picture.
Mhm.
But like what I will say is when you figure out like his primary motivation and like the lengths that he will go to get to the end that he wants to get, you will have nothing but respect for this guy. So
As for me too, so I wanted to touch on something, Leo, since we're here. People feel
What's
like people feel like he can't be a protagonist and antagonist. I disagree, and we all disagree. Why do you think he's both?
okay, so a protagonist is the main character.
Yeah.
Or a supporting character can have protagonistic like qualities.
Yeah.
But the protagonist is the main character. He is the main character. No matter what he does in the story, he is the main character at all times.
Mhm.
Now, the fact that he has an internal conflict, that means he is also an antagonist, because an antagonist is literally anything that stands between the main character and their goal. Eren's goals are to free his people and save his people from any impending doom post him freeing them,
Yeah.
and making sure that 1,000 years from now, his posterity, the people who will live on from his people, will be safe. And there are things that he has to do that jeopardizes that. And there's also his personal ones of wanting to be a good person,
Yeah.
and like wanting to be cool with like those that he loved, but he has to put the mission over that. That means he is an antagonist because he is preventing himself from having a normal life. So just with those two examples alone, he is an antagonist. And like when you see him kind of struggle with decisions, he's conflicted inside. Like that is him being an antagonist to himself. Him doing anything dark or like villainous in the story doesn't make him an antagonist, because that makes him a villain. A villain and an antagonist aren't the same thing. A villain is someone who does heinous deeds. And if the main character is a villain, are they to an antagonist? Well, it depends. Is that villainous main character getting in the way of their own goals?
Yeah.
And that's what I would say.
Okay. Breakdown, Leo. I don't have anything else to add besides Eren with the bun is crazy.
Yo. Yeah, man. Top tier,
along that.
Man, that's a profile pic right there.
Honestly,
Put that joint on his Tinder.
Yo, he came Tinder ready in the mirror.
I was gonna say, I think Eren is he's just snapper. I think it's a real conversation to say that he's like the best protagonist of like anime / manga. Like that, he's like up there. Like I said mine always be Luffy, but shit, I don't know. I like Eren the way he goes about it, maybe a little more. We could talk about Zeke and the original, because I really don't want to talk about these bottom. They don't matter. I'm gonna be honest.
I agree.
That's left. So how do you feel about Zeke? This is everybody.
Okay, why don't you go, Rashed, bro? Because I've been hogging the mic, man. Go ahead, player.
Oh, no, it's okay. So to me, Zeke, at first finding about him, I didn't know how I feel about it. Like when we first get introduced to him as the Beast Titan and whatnot.
That nigga was scary.
Yeah, like very much scary. And he's like, which is another interesting factor. I don't know how, but he like, well, Peak is also gonna talk, but he can talk. Like that was the first time we ever saw a talking Titan. So he was even more free.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that nigga had red eyes, 40 feet tall.
And he was like a major threat to like the scouts and just everyone in the walls. Like just a major threat. Like he honestly put everyone on edge.
Right.
So
Facts.
But after like getting to know him, getting to see what he's about, getting to see that, like learning that he's actually Eren's brother, which was crazy to me because And how Grisha pretty much had two families. One when he was in Marley, and one when he got to Paradise. Zeke, I think his motivation about like stopping like people saying, pretty much making it so everyone cannot be born again, like their lineage can never be continued ever again. Yes, like, so in that aspect, I agree. I don't really agree with it, but I can see in some point why he went with that objective, because it ends the whole use of power, like power of Titan, and causing death and destruction everywhere. I could see that, but technically, a lot of countries kind of was technology evolving to be able to handle Titans just with technology alone. So obviously, Titans wouldn't be able to be a big power threat for a long time. But I could understand where he's coming from. But I thought it was like a cowardly way to solve it. I mean, saying cowardly kind of harsh, but that's just generally how I feel.
Okay, where would you rank him, my guy?
I would say S. He's
okay. Wait. Respect.
Yeah, sure. Like it's just a different aspect. It's like a clashing of ideals to see what's really right for our people.
Because Eren's like kill everybody else. Zeke is like we're the problem. We need to kill. Our lineage needs to end. Eren's like, no, we shouldn't have to end our own lineage because people are afraid of us. That's kind of what I see it as.
For me personally, he reminds me of two antagonists. One, Orochimaru, because he puts the fear of God in like just anybody watching,
right?
Just with like how awesome he is, like his effect on like what's happening in the plot in the beginning, and especially like once you figure out more in the end. That's Orochimaru level.
Yeah,
and then his relationship, his sometimes on, sometimes off relationship with Eren, he's like Sabretooth from freaking X-Men. Like think about Eren. He's this edgelord who's like, I do anything I can to win, right?
Eren's definitely like a fucking teenager that had a bad day at school.
I low-key thought Eren.
Isn't that Wolverine though? Wolverine's like a 40-year-old man who didn't have his coffee yet. Like who's just like, I hate the world. You know what I mean? Like that's a good parallel, because like, if Eren's Wolverine, obviously like, Beast Titan. Okay, does he not look like Sabretooth?
True. And I was gonna kind of I kind of want to mention the fact that as you said, the on and off relationship. I kind of feel like Eren really didn't want to have like a brotherly tie with Zeke whatsoever.
Just like Wolverine, that wants nothing to do with Sabretooth.
How do y'all feel? Well, this is about my question. How do y'all feel about Eren and Zeke's relationship? Do you like it? Do you like the contrast? Do you think Eren?
I love it.
Hello?
I love it.
Oh, you love it. I thought you said you couldn't hear me.
Okay. Oh no, I love it. Like anything that reminds me of Wolverine and Sabretooth. Yeah. Okay. You get my kudos. Like that's an S tier relationship. I love it.
Yeah.
What about you, Rashed?
I mean, once he started comparing Wolverine and Sabretooth, truthfully, I gotta love it too, because I love Wolverine and Sabretooth.
What do you think? Do you think Eren fully hates Zeke? Just both of y'all.
I think Eren doesn't take into account his personal feelings in making decisions. It's about the mission. So like, it doesn't matter what he feels. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna put the mission first, and that's why I say he's his own personal antagonist. Like, he's an antagonist to himself. Like, he gets in his own way
because he doesn't give himself the room to think about how he feels.
Yeah, because he did mention to Zeke, like during the whole thing when he was showing his father's memories, like, oh, you're not gonna find this kind of brother or this kind of brother like that you can emotionally connect with, or you think just
dad's trauma because you're just
so he was pretty much letting him know, like, I'm never like our feeling. We're never gonna have a understanding in the emotional department. In a way.
No, not in a way.
Not in a way. Yeah. I was gonna say
like dead ass, like you're lame, basically. You're lame old nigga, basically. But I want to. You know what's weird? Zeke's like, I think in his 30s. I think he's still alive from the Titan. I thought you only get like 9 years.
I think it's isn't it different for people who have royal blood?
Yeah. I was about to say, I think it is different from people.
That might be true, but Zeke would be S tier for me too. I think I think so. If I was to choose who I side more between Zeke and Eren, it would be Eren. Of course, like the way I personally think. Why should we have to kill up our blood just because people keep fucking with us? But we need to like end this shit now. I'm more like on Eren's side for real. I guess.
Yeah, his resolution
and Zeke,
is kind of drastic, but
and it's very, but it's anime. It has to be. Zeke, I think he does his backstory is mad sad. But like I should know Zeke was op. That nigga turned his parents in. I knew Zeke was op. He turned his parents in, bro.
For the sake of the mission, though, you can't get. Can you get mad at that though? Because like that's the same kind of decision Aaron would make.
I was about to say,
not like necessarily like turning in his parents, but like
he
sacrificing his loved ones.
He would kill them if it got in the way.
But truthfully, and his standpoint, the way he saw it was
they're pushing him to do something.
Pushing him to do something that was going to end it for everyone. And at this point, everyone in his family is
and like a grown man was like telling him to do it, like pushing him to do it.
Yeah,
Remember,
so
I forgot his name. Or
the
last Beast Titan.
Yeah, so like it's kind of like he's a child. He's being pretty much told that he's gonna die if he actually goes with it. And to get out of the punishment, if your parents do get caught, you have to turn them in so you can at least get something out of it. Right. That's literally what he's been told. Right. So like truthfully, in the aspect of survival, obviously you're gonna choose, even though it's kind of sucky, you're gonna choose the way to survive. Truthfully.
Mm-hmm.
I think this show is big on survival and pushing humans to the back to see what your character to see what your character is like, because a lot of there's a quote, forgot it who said it. I don't know, Leo know, but like you don't really know like somebody's character till you push them to like the brinks of death.
Yeah.
No, that's a fact. I don't know who like said that, but there's a book that covers a similar idea, Man's Search for Meaning. He talks about that, the author Viktor Frankl. So yeah, no, I
right. He was in jail, right?
No, he was in essentially jail. He was in a camp in Auschwitz, concentration camp, which is hella related to this series, by the way.
Yeah, this series, I think, based off the Holocaust, in my opinion.
That makes sense to me, especially with all the German names.
Yeah, stuff like that. So so I think we had one more character to talk about. The original
the first time, Ymir.
Yeah,
the founder.
Yeah.
How y'all feeling about her? Her shit is fucked up, bro. Her backstory of like how like she basically had to sleep with it's normal because that's not normal, but that's what they did back in those times to reproduce, right? Like that. But she was sleeping with like a 50-year-old man, and she was like 12, 13, I think. Or
man.
Something like that. That was really hard to watch.
Man.
Them playing hunting games on her like she was a dog.
I mean, she was a slave at the time before she found the I guess the source for Titans. I still didn't understand that whole fall in a lake and the weird little creature thing.
It's anime, don't think about it.
Yeah, I was about to say I didn't really understand the connection between that. But yeah, I was about to say because her village, like where her parents and stuff, murdered everyone, like the village murdered, burned down, captured, turned into slaves. They all blamed her for something she never did, so they did a hunting game, I guess, as punishment, which pretty much means you usually just die for punishment. And then after the whole that, found the tree, fell in the pond or whatever, got the powers of Titan, killed her. Chasers.
My thing is when the king was like, "We're gonna eat your, we're not gonna let your mom die. We're gonna eat her up and chop her up." That shit was crazy.
Oh yeah, because
that was like berserk level of gruesomeness.
It was gruesome, but like I saw him as a character that was like he got a taint of a power beyond human understanding and didn't want to let go.
Right.
That is literally what that was.
Yeah, facts.
Which is understandable, because if you're a king and you have a power beyond human understanding and no one can do nothing against it, then you wouldn't want that to go. So that's why I feel like he went to those links of like if they die, make sure you feed it to their kids or children or the grand. Like
yeah. It's crazy to see how Eren was also like not spitting game like trying to whatever, but spitting game to like convince her to go his plans, and she was wrong with it. That's another. Eren's a master manipulator, man.
Yeah, he sparked I guess you could say he sparked
that most
hope, like hope or the feeling to fight for freedom, because she like, which is a good aspect. She's been a slave for all these years, for 2,000 years, pretty much.
Right. So I'll give her S too.
Yeah, but
how could you not?
Yeah.
Same. I would give her and the king an S because they're both so important.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Because even though he was gruesome like that, did it not help pass on the lineage?
I was about to say, because
Just the fact that he's that horrible of a person.
Yeah.
And like his effect on the plot, like,
yeah,
you gotta give him an S. Like, you don't have to like him for him to be an S, you know?
Right.
Yeah, and he continued down the lineage of her power. That's the only, because if without his like final like quote, which was pretty much a royal decree at that time, because he's literally on his deathbed as well. So he's royalty. So they definitely took that serious. So I'm pretty sure they really stuck to that, and that's the only way it even lasted 2,000 years. Titans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think we're done. I can stop this share. We get this outro and my guys.
All right, bet. Go ahead, player.
Right, bet. So, Leo, big appreciate you coming on the channel. This is your first time. Won't be the last time when. Oh shit.
Appreciate that. Hello.
Yeah, but this won't be our last time. I promise. We're going to have you on more. Maybe even talk about Eren in the future, etc., etc. Again,
yes, please.
Tell us where we can find you at.
Yeah, so you can find some of my work on the Urban Sama page. That's at Urban Sama, URBANSAMA. That's on Instagram. And then you can also see some of my work with my guy Gensho here, coming soon. So stay tuned. If you're a fan of basketball, you will love the work that we're gonna get going. And then lastly, you can find me on my personal page at Leon GT, which is LEONNEGT. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you again for coming on, man. It was really great talking to you about
man
AOT things we've been out.
It was fun.
Rashed, where can we find you at, brother?
Well, you can find me on RNC Dark on Twitch and Instagram. I stream on Mondays and Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern. If you ever want to check up on like my schedule, you can always just check my Instagram. That's where I usually post what I'll be streaming or whatnot. But and then my YouTube, which still has no videos, which is RNC Dark _TV. So those are the places you can find me.
And your photography page?
Oh, the photography page. I generally forgot because it's been a while since I posted, sadly. It's eyes dots of the dot lens. It's on my Instagram. I do photography if you're in the
DMV area.
DMV area.
Got you. So thank you again, everybody coming through. You guys can follow Anime Gensho all podcast platforms and subscribe to the channel because I do more than this podcast. We got chat reviews. We have a lot of different things coming through. Anime Gensho Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, anywhere. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Comment, let us know who's too high, who's too low. Are we tripping? Let us know. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Have a safe day. We out. Peace.
Peace.
We used to play